talk more about love and how love is a sacrifice. And also, let's talk more about how women should not chase. Recently, I've just been pondering over, marriage and how it is actually a sacrifice. Like all the responsibilities that women are supposed to have, such as raising the kids, loving her husband, respecting her husband, all that, etc., etc. Even though somehow it's become twisted in such a way that women now carry the entire burdens and men feel like, oh, since it's your job, I'm not supposed to help out. But the thing we forget is that even though God made it so that, oh, these are women's responsibilities, it comes from a place of love and how love is a sacrifice. We shouldn't look to the point of marriage as where you have to be suffering in the entire marriage and always be cooking and all that. I mean, I get it, and every marriage is different or every personality is different because some women's jobs cannot even allow them to, do all their supposed duties. Before I get into the whole marriage thing properly, women, what's even the need to chase? I know that in my earlier years, I used to feel like, there's nothing there for a woman to come and say that she likes a man. There's nothing there for her to come and tell the person how she feels. There's just really nothing there. So I was just being naive because I just felt, there's nothing there. There's nothing there now. You can tell a guy how you feel. Probably you like it back. If you still think like that, I'm sorry. You shouldn't. You should change that mindset. You should change that perspective because women should not chase. In fact, I don't even remember seeing, I've not read anywhere in the Bible yet where God encourages women to chase, because marriage itself in itself with the love that comes is a sacrifice. Me deciding to respect you, to submit to you, to come and wash your clothes and take care of the kids and cook for you morning, afternoon, night is already a sacrifice. So please, why should I chase? I am the prize. Marriage is a whole ball game of you loving and learning to sacrifice. You will not just sacrifice for your husband, you will sacrifice for your kids. At a point, you will not have time for yourself. And yes, there's beauty in motherhood, there's beauty in having your own kids. But at the end of the day, it all comes as a sacrifice. So if you know you are going to be having all this, like you're going to have to do a lot, why is it at the initial stage you think you need to seem like, oh, you're easy to get? No, you're not. You are the price. Because when you enter that marriage, there's so much that is expected of you. A man can literally cannot feel the shoes of a mother. Even if the woman died, you still see that men that raise their children without the mom, it's very difficult. And the same thing goes for women that raise without the father. You get? So you are the prize. Oh yeah, you don't know, you are a hot cake. You are a hot cake because with all the sacrifice you're about to do, you want to go and tell a man to come and marry you. You want to make them feel like they should not chase. No, you are a prize, so you cannot just let anyone come. You're going to have so much responsibilities on your shoulders someday. You're going to love with stupor, not just love your husband or love your children and sacrifice a lot. We should not settle for less. Do not settle for less and do not chase. Do not. Do you know that some women die out of pregnancy, like because they are pregnant, they die? Ha! And you want to settle for less. You want to go through, you want to live the rest of your life sacrificing for someone that does not deserve it? Like, ask yourself before you start thinking you're doing too much, before a man will make you feel like you don't have too many values, or before they make, I'm not wearing earrings. Honey, you are the prize. Because when it's time for you to perform your duties, no one will do it for you. And you need to have that affirmity in you that okay, this person is worth it. Because if they're not worth it, oh, Tilo, you'll be angry in your marriage, you'll be angry at yourself, yourself, you resent your husband. So people even resent their kids because they're like, this is not the life I wished for, this is not the kind of, this is not the way I expected it to go. You know, so we're having so much expectations of how marriage should be, how it should not be. First of all, leave those expectations. Value yourself. Do not chase, and do not settle for less. Do not settle for less. Men have to prove to you that you are worth sacrificing the rest of your life, your time, everything you're going to sacrifice. In the end, they need to prove to you that they are worth it. Okay? Bye.